In this video, I want to share with you how to stay motivated to lose weight. And I just want to encourage you that nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. My name's Chris, also known as the Artist Manifest, and I was very overweight for a long time as a kid until I was a teenager. But I know what it's like to get made fun of, to not love your body. Actually, at one point when I was a young kid, I wanted to be thin so badly. I wanted to lose weight. I used to punch myself in the stomach. I was embarrassed, couldn't fit into jeans, didn't like the way I looked, just horrible childhood with that. And food was a comfort for me for a long time, partly because I lost my dad to suicide when I was 5 years old, but also because I didn't have a dream. I didn't have a passion, and so food became my passion and a comfort. And if I'm telling you the truth, sometimes food to this day is still a comfort for me, but I just know how to manage it a little bit more. So I hope what I share with you really inspires you today and let you know that you can do this. You can stay motivated. You can hit your goal and have the body you want, feel how you want to feel, so you can be strong and live long and live with purpose. So my first tip for you today is discipline. And that might not sound like fun, but one little thing you can do is leave a little bit of the food left over on the plate. Don't finish the whole thing. You know, just the other day I went to McDonald's, and I was eating a quarter pounder with cheese, and I just left the last bit of burger because I was done. Like, I was good. I left a bit of the fries because I was done. I didn't want to have that feeling of just stuffness. Like, I hate that feeling, and that's what I mean by, like, nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. So use your willpower, test yourself in these small things, and practice that discipline. No, I'm not going to eat that last thing. Not just so you're not eating so much, but just to prove yourself with that one little goal. I am in control here. You know, I'm not going to talk about fasting in this video, but one thing the Bible actually talks about is fasting for spiritual purposes, but also health purposes. But one way why it's so powerful spiritually is because you're saying to you one of your most strongest desires, you're not in control. I'm in control of this body. My mind is in control, and I can discipline myself. So I hope that one inspires you. Number 2, stop eating after 8 o'clock, right? Eat a good meal, drink water, have lots of liquids, but then really don't eat anything else after 8. Give yourself that full 12 hours to not have any food. And if you can even go 16, so your body goes into ketosis, and so you start burning that fat as energy, then the fat will really start melting off. But I just encourage you, even just stop eating late, because that way your body can not be digesting food while you're sleeping, because you want your body to repair itself while it's sleeping and re-energize you, and not be digesting food while you're sleeping. Plus, you'll sleep a lot better. Third one is walking after meals. You know, that big thing by just going for a walk after you ate makes such a huge difference. You know, just going for a walk. Park a little bit farther away if you're even going out to eat, and then that way you have to walk a little bit and you can walk it off. Like, that's literally, like, we say that all the time, but there's so much truth in it. Just walk off the meal. As a kid, when I really wanted to start losing weight, when I was like, okay, like, I'm actually going to go for this. And I remember I would deliver newspapers, and I had to go really, really far. And sometimes my mom would pick me up, and I remember I would just walk home instead. And any chance I could get that little extra walking in, I would do it. If I could get just an extra few push-ups, a little extra workout in, I would do it. All right. Now, before I share with you this last one, which has been a game changer for me, I want to make sure you read my book, Fighter: 5 Keys to Conquering Fear and Reaching Your Dreams, because there's a chapter on here on courage. There's a chapter about discipline. There's a chapter about willpower and using that to overcome fear and reach your dreams. And I share about how I actually lost all the weight. I share how I overcame fear with losing my dad to suicide and so many different things. I know it'll inspire you. It's on Amazon or it's on Audible. Now, the last one, and this has been a real big game changer for me, is hiring a trainer. And when I have someone that's going to kick my butt and get me to work. And sometimes I work out once, sometimes I work out twice a week with this trainer, but he makes me work harder than I ever would as opposed to by myself, because he pushes me a little harder. He doesn't let me get off. He doesn't have me looking at my cell phone. You know, he's like, no, you're here to work. And people that pay attention. And so sure, I could buy a program, I could buy, a gym membership, but when I've hired a trainer and he's actually there and I'm paying him, it's like, I better do the work because I'm paying this guy. And like, sure, it's a bit more than a gym, but man, I use it more and I get 10 times more out of it. And I'm learning how to do workouts, and he's also showing me different meal plans and different things. And if you don't have a trainer, then find an accountability partner. Someone that you can work with that's going to challenge you and encourage you to work out and put the sweat in, put the hours in, put the time in, because that's when I really saw a big transformation. Now, the last one, which is the big needle mover, a lot of times you hear about it, it's like, I want to get the new outfit, or I want to get the new gym program, or the new trainer, or whatever it is. And you can do all those things. But the biggest needle mover is diet. Really, it's diet. It's changing your eating. And when I was doing the whole ketosis thing, I realized, like, for me, for a male my age, my height, I couldn't have more than 21 grams of sugar. And that's when I started looking on the labels of things and seeing, wow, how much sugar is in that? How much sugar is in that? Because I knew if I wanted to put my body in a state of ketosis, and even just to start burning the fat, like, then I had to stop consuming so much sugar. And so I would eat avocados, I would do eggs, I would do a little bit more bacon. I'm not a big meat guy, but I started doing my green smoothies. Almond butter saved my life. That was one of the biggest things, was almond butter, because it just tastes so good to me. Sometimes I do almond butter with cinnamon and different things to, add flavor. Sometimes I do just a healthy piece of toast with almond butter and cinnamon on top. But almond butter, the ones I would get, Justin's or some of the other ones, they had like no sugar or a small amount, but it would still have that protein. It would fill me up. I'd feel satisfied without having these cravings for like cookies. And because I love chocolate, I love cookies, I love pastries, all that stuff. But when I started to really change my diet and cut those things out for a while to drop the weight, right? And now I still enjoy them, but I do it in moderation, right? Like, that's where that fasting comes in, that willpower, leaving a little bit of food on your plate and all that stuff, so that you're practicing these disciplines and they become habit. And you're like, no, I'm stronger than that. I can overcome that. It doesn't happen overnight, right? But as you work at this thing and you start implementing thing after thing after thing, you start to see results, and then you stay motivated, man. And it helps you and it encourages you. So I hope that inspired you today. You can do this. You can lose weight. Feel free to share any stories or comments below, and I'll be shooting more videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.